Discover supernatural grace. Ever feel like you're running on empty? Like your love tank is perpetually flashing low fuel? You're not alone. We crave connection, yearn to give and receive love, but sometimes, it feels impossible. Like trying to fill a bucket with a sieve. We're wired for love, it's in our DNA, yet so often, we fall short. We snap at loved ones, hold grudges like precious treasures, build walls instead of bridges. We get caught in cycles of hurt and resentment, and wonder, is this all there is? Sound familiar? You're not a bad person. You're human. We struggle. We struggle with forgiveness, that bitter pill we just can't seem to swallow. We struggle with patience, especially in a world that glorifies instant gratification. We struggle with truly seeing the other person, beyond their flaws and quirks, beyond the surface. We're bombarded with messages that tell us love is a transaction, something earned, something conditional. I'll love you if. You'll earn my love when. But what if? What if there was another way? A way that defied logic, a way that transcended our limited human capacity? Think of a time, just a fleeting moment, when you were shown unexpected kindness. Maybe someone offered you a helping hand when you were down, no strings attached. Maybe someone forgave a mistake you made, a big one, even when you didn't deserve it. Didn't that lift your spirits? Didn't it make you feel loved? Seen? That feeling, that unmerited favor, that undeserved kindness, that's a glimpse, a tiny sliver, of grace. It's a taste of something bigger than ourselves. And it matters. It matters profoundly. Because true love, the kind that transforms, the kind that heals the deepest wounds, isn't something we conjure up on our own. It's not a self-help project. It's a gift. A divine spark. It's supernatural. It's the kind of love that overflows, that spills out onto others, even when they least deserve it. It's the kind of love that changes us from the inside out, softening our hearts, breaking down those walls we've so carefully constructed. Imagine, just for a moment, a world where everyone operated from this place of grace-filled love. Where forgiveness wasn't a weakness, but a superpower. Where kindness wasn't a sign of naivety, but a radical act of courage. Where people saw each other not as competitors or threats, but as fellow travelers on this crazy journey called life. Where grace wasn't just a word in a dusty book, but a tangible force in our daily interactions. It starts with us. With recognizing our own brokenness, our own limitations. With admitting we can't do it alone. With acknowledging that we need this grace, this supernatural intervention. We can't manufacture it, we can't force it, we can only receive it. So, how do we tap into this supernatural wellspring? How do we become conduits of this kind of love? How do we move beyond the superficial and experience the transformative power of grace? It starts with humility. With acknowledging our own flaws and failings. With admitting that we're all works in progress, stumbling and falling along the way. It starts with a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing on what we lack, we focus on what we've been given. Instead of clinging to our grievances, we choose to let go. Instead of judging others, we extend compassion. It's not about religion. It's about relationship. A relationship with the source of all love, the one who sees us, flaws and all, and loves us anyway. It's about opening ourselves to the possibility that there's a love bigger than our own, a love that transcends our failings, our insecurities, our messy humanity. Think about the most loving person you know. Someone who radiates warmth and kindness, someone who seems to have an endless supply of patience. Chances are, they've experienced the transformative power of grace in their own lives. They've learned to rely on something bigger than themselves. They've discovered the secret to loving and being loved, not through their own strength, but through the supernatural power of grace. Let's stop trying to love with our limited human resources and start tapping into the infinite supply. Let's choose grace. Let's choose forgiveness. Let's choose kindness. Let's choose love, not as a transaction, but as a gift. Thank you for helping us spread love.